supervisor level access offers the ability to give manager access to more information than just their own while allowing certain restrictions to be put in place. Setting up the supervisor level access is something that company administrators is able to do on their end. There are many different combinations of settings that can be applied to each supervisor. These settings are selected between the user profile and the supervisor permission screens. This video will walk through each setting on the supervisor permission screen. Once you've completed the supervisor profile setup, go to the supervisor permission screen and select your supervisor from the drop-down menu. If the supervisor is not listed, this means that your user profile setup is incomplete. Revisit the video titled Creating a Supervisor Profile for more information. The top section will allow you to choose which options your supervisor will have in regards to certain HR features and employee functions within Dominion. The manager-specific option allows the supervisor to access company resources with the security level set to supervisors. Supervisors with the time off notification option will receive email notifications when their employee submits a time off request. Supervisors can modify these notifications and opt into text messages by going to their notification preferences. The Certify I-9, Add Employee to Onboarding, and Mark Employee Payroll Ready options will show only if your company uses the onboarding feature. These options allow the supervisor to add new employees in onboarding, certify their I-9s electronically, and mark employees payroll ready. The Send Employee Password Reset option allows the supervisor to prompt an email to the employee to reset their password. A Reset Password email button will appear on the employee's user profile screen when this option is turned on. The View OSHA records will allow the supervisor to view and add employee OSHA incidents within Dominion. Allow Assigned Competency Models is only to show if your company uses the Dominion Performance feature. This option will allow the supervisors to assign which competency model is to be used for their employee reviews. The Employee Deduction page access has 3 options to choose from. Full access will allow the supervisor to see their employee deduction screen and make changes to it. None will restrict your supervisor from seeing any employee deductions. Read Only allows the supervisor to see their employee deduction setups but will restrict them from making any changes. The Attachment permission will control whether your supervisor can add attachments and folders. You can give them the ability to see their own personal attachments, view both their personal attachments as well as their employee attachments, or give them access to view and edit their employee attachments as well as their own. For folders, your supervisor can create all folders. They can create individual folders or have no access to create folders at all. The Employee Access section of the page will assign which employees the supervisor should have access to. You can assign entire departments to the supervisor or individual employees. If you assign based on departments, you do not have to add the individual employees in addition unless the employees are outside of the assigned department. The Supervisor Covers for Selected section will allow one supervisor to see the employees of another supervisor on the timecard authorization screen. This feature is most useful when a supervisor is going to be out and will not be able to approve their employees' timecards. The supervisor selected at the top of the page will be able to view the supervisor's employees that are selected within the Supervisor Cover section. Dominion recommends you toggle the coverage on and off as needed. The Time and Attendance section will allow you to choose what functions the supervisor should have within time and attendance. The first group allows you to give the supervisor access to certain scheduling features. The Company Schedules option will grant the supervisor the ability to create company-wide recurring schedules. The Manual Schedules will grant the supervisor to override schedules for employees. And if your company uses the Group Scheduling Planner, this option will grant them access to the group scheduling feature. The time card section allows you to choose if the supervisor should be able to approve hours or add daily notes. And the Edit Employee section allows the supervisor to change their assigned employees' time policies on the employee assignment page within time and attendance. Next, choose if the supervisor should be able to add or edit punches and benefits. Supervisors have access to a few standard personnel reports within Dominion and all of the time and attendance reports. If they should have access to any custom reports, select them in the Custom Reports section. Once you have all of the settings selected, your supervisor setup is complete.